Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So this is going to be a bit of an unusual one in that a few weeks ago I acquired the remains of a glass dealer's stock, I suppose you would say, and in amongst it was just like a big pile of glass, and I offered a price that was accepted, and so in amongst it were some things going, I don't know what these are, I don't know what it is, either I don't know what it is, I've got some ideas, I'm looking at it and trying to figure out what is this thing, and I've got my techniques that I use for trying to ID stuff, so you can tell something about something, but you can't actually necessarily identify what it is. So what I thought I'd do, I've got four where I don't know what I'm looking at, and in some aspect, and I thought I'd share those with you. If someone knows, please help me. And if you don't know, well, that's very sad. But yeah, they're a little bit off the beaten track for me. So let's get on, and I'll show you them, and I'll just tell you my thoughts. And I'll be interested on anybody else's thoughts on these pieces. So this is the first piece we're going to look at, and it's like a carafe. It's quite big. It's not a guest carafe because it's bigger than that, and the glass is, as you can see, is greyish colour, and it's got a tiny little pontle mark. Can you see? That's been polished out there. You can see a bit of the original broken pontle mark there, and then it's got like piles of wear, and then focus, and then a bit of wear where the pontle mark's sticking out. Yeah. And then if you look at it, can you see, if I can get it to focus there, can you see there's all sorts of ripples in the glass? There's also some pretty bad fruit in the glass. Can you see that black spot? That is a big chunk of soot. There's another one somewhere in the pouring lip somewhere. Where has it gone? Lost it. Oh, there it is. There. Another chunk there. Can you see that black bit? That's inside the glass. Listen. And the other one is on the surface. So that's rubbish that's come out of the furnace. It's got bubbles. Yeah, it kind of points at being something that's quite old, but not in any shape that I recognise. I think it's a carafe. It's like a squat vase. Is it a vase? Is it a carafe? Is it serving a purpose? Is it something that you would use to... Because like the pouring lip is so wide, it's like something you would fill in one go, just tip it out, as opposed to be pouring into a glass, because that wouldn't come out wide when you're pouring it out. So it's something like something you would be pouring into a bowl. Maybe it's for a wash set. I don't know. It's not right for a carafe in some ways, because if you were to pour it into a glass, it would come over the top of this lip quite wide, because the lip is so wide. It's a weirdie, and so I don't know where it's made, who it's made by, or even is it really a carafe in the traditional sense as a tableware carafe. So the next thing I have is these let's do quote marks glasses. They are like glasses, but they are not like glasses. They're not well made things. the bowl goes down into the stem, so it's not like you have a bowl stem thing. The stem goes right down inside, and then I'm not sure the bottom is entirely waterproof and it wouldn't go down into the foot because the foot is hollow. They have a broken pontle mark. Yeah, they seem like something that's old. The glass is not quality. It's not very white. You can see, look, see the darkness there across the bottom of the glass. Yeah. In fact, you can see a slight, if I'll do it like that, you can just see a slight greenish tint to them. Yeah, they've all, and they're not even the same size. I mean, let's put that one. Yeah, they're not even all the same size. They're all, it's like they're so badly made. I have no idea what these are. They have some lead in them, not a high lead content, but some. So, mystery object. This one has got some crap in it. It's all stuck in the bottom. Doesn't come out. Yeah. Yeah, these are weird things. They're not like drinking glasses you drink out. And why are they all such odd? There's not a single. Are those? They're not a pair. You know, I've got 5 glasses here. They're not a pair. You know, this one's, and some of them have got like a bulb in the base. Can you see? Look at that. And some of them don't. Yeah, these are just weirdness things. And I've been looking at them and looking at them. I wouldn't even know where to start searching. As I said, the glass is not very good quality. It's got, can you see, bubbles in it? Yeah, it doesn't have a safety rim. It's got a rim that's finished by hand, I think. But yeah, strange things. Here we go. Strange thing number 3. Okay, so this is made in 3 parts. So you've got the foot, the stem, and the bowl. You can see the bowl's been added. I think I've seen something like this before. Whether or not this, I don't know if this bowl has been chipped down or not, or cut down, I should say, but it has got a couple of little chips on it, and it does feel like it's got wear. So if it was cut down, it's been done a very long time ago, because yeah, you wouldn't expect to see little tiny chips like this. You know, sort of like long-term wear and tear. You know, if I run my finger around it, I can feel, you know, that it's got long-term wear and tear on it. It's very, the way it's made is very Victorian. It may possibly even early Victorian, or maybe late Regency. But again, it's a weird thing. And even if it was tall, obviously it's not a bowl, because this is going the wrong way. And it would be like a tall, giant celery vase. But I don't think... Yeah, it's just a strange thing, especially as this top, this has been this shape for a very long time, judging by the wear and tear on the edges that you get. Yeah, you can hear it. You know, so that implies something was going inside there, I think. But I don't know. I have a bowl that's like a 2-piece bowl, but it doesn't work like this. So maybe it is the bottom half, and that there should be a bowl that plops into the top of that, and then it goes out like this. I don't know. But I reckon it's probably 150 years old. Just my guess, just from the look and feel of it. So the next thing I'm going to show you is 2 bottles. Now, I'm pretty certain these are continental. I think they're North Continental, but yeah, they could be German, they could be anywhere in Scandinavian, they could be Dutch, they might even be French. don't know how old they are. Are they repros? The glass has got a slightly yellowish tinge to it. Implies it's not new. If you look underneath, I have tried to clean them where they touch the table. Can you hear that? There's quite a bit of wear in the patches where it touches the table. It also has a pipe pontle mark. So when to create the pontle, they've got a pipe that they've dipped in the hot glass, stuck it on the bottom of here. When they've broken up, you get this ring. So the middle is completely unaffected. Just this ring of broken bits. The other one's exactly the same. Just this ring of broken bits. So that's a very European technique. Yeah, so not English. And you've got this. So this kind of lip implies that it's for a cork, because you can jam it in as hard as you like, but this ring shouldn't break open. But look at this giant bubble, and they've just allowed that. You can also see there's a bit of rubbish in the bit of frit. That's a bit of unmelted glass there, bit of the sand because that's white, and a bit there's another bit there. Can you see? This implies that it's old because they've not done a very good, either it's a very crude furnace or a very old furnace. But yeah, they're about 7.5 inches tall. So yeah, I don't know if they're old, if they are made by somebody specifically. Are they someone that's trying to recreate the giant bubble? There implies that it's old, because if I was someone like Homeguard copying old styles, or someone like Hadland, they do it, that bubble wouldn't be acceptable, I don't think. So yeah, I don't know. I said 4 things, but when I was back at putting the things, last bits back on the table, I thought I'd drag this out as well. So I think this is a candle holder, but I'm not 100% certain. Look, it's about the same height as the wall, so it's about 7.5 inches tall, maybe 8. It's not a celery vase. Let me show you a celery vase. That's a celery vase. Yeah, it wouldn't go in like this if it was a celery vase. And let me show you. The glass is quite grey, and the fact that it's got a folded foot implies that it's old. See, the foot's folded in on itself, but it's quite thick. And then it's got broken pontle mark inside. Can you see there? Quite thick base here. No, I've not seen anything like this. To me, it feels like the shape of it feels like a chimney for a lamp, which makes me think it's a candle holder. Yeah, it is very difficult. If it is a candle holder, probably not a lot of them survive, because if the candle falls against the side of a glass thing like this, it would probably crack it open. So yeah, if someone really knows what this is, I would like to know. I think it's a candle holder, not certain. Is it really an old one? It does have a lot of wear where it hits the table, and it has quite a lot. It's difficult to tell in this light, but you can see the odd scratch as I'm turning it around. It's decent quality glass, but that doesn't mean it's not 18th century. It's got some lead content, but not masses. I mean, this is a Victorian. Yes, it's a slightly different shape, but if you listen to this, you can hear that's got some lead in it. This has got less, but it does have a certain amount of refraction. I can see that. So it has some, but not as much as the as this Victorian celery vase. So there you have it. That's the end of my magical mystery tour of bits. I did say 4 at the beginning, and it's 5. Yeah, sorry for letting you down that way, but anyway, yeah, they're a little bit off centre, those things, but interesting. You know, this is a learning game. Nobody knows everything. The chap where this came from, I mean, he unfortunately died about 10 years ago, so and he'd been a dealer for a very long time. All his best stuff went to auction, and I just got the remnants, so to speak. But there were some very nice and interesting remnants. Some of them are, none of it's valuable, but interesting bits and pieces that I'm going to be using in my films and stuff and whatever. So I'm going to find a home for it all. I am starting to sell some of my stuff as well, so things get jigged about. Got to do that because a lot of this stuff is just going to stay in boxes until I do sell some things, because yeah, it's getting a bit desperate down in the shed. Bit desperate in the shed. So anyway, there's no references because I have no idea what I'm doing with this stuff. And yeah, so please remember to like and subscribe, because that really helps my channel. And thank you for watching, and have a good night. Good night.